Hello everyone and welcome back to another video of mine. This time I'm back with Heaven's Secret 3, Season 1, Episode 6. I know, it's been a while, okay? I think it's been 3 days or 4. Like, I can't even tell you the heartache, the frustration that I've been through. Like, I tried to replay Heaven's Secret 2 in order to finish it with high strength points so that our baby MALBONTE doesn't have a fucking scar on his face, and that we get those cutesy intels with husband and wife. Yes, I've seen the comment. I just didn't manage to immediately respond to it, but I read it. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm gonna replay it. I replayed it, but the first time around, I didn't immediately notice it. But my strength points were insufficient. So they still got all these fucking things, like Dino losing his wings, MALBONTE having the fucking scar, and I had to replay the third season again, only to realize that the problem that I had insufficient strength was in season 2. So I was in the middle of season 3, and then I had to literally restart season 2, and then again arrive at season 3. And then I had to replay Heaven's Secret 3. So thank you. Insane what I do for you all. What I do for all of you. When I started to replay Heaven's Secret 3 and I saw the inscription with MALBONTE, I immediately said, yes, bitches. I immediately made a screenshot and I immediately posted it. So we're in episode 6 that everyone keeps on talking about, so I would assume that we see MALBONTE in this one. So let's just see. In a world where there is no place for a light, all that remains is a candle, a fire within yours. Oh, shit. Yeah, no. No. One black wing and one bright one. Episode 6, The Last Hope. Well, shit. And I remained... Simona, thank you. I remained true to what I picked in the first go-through, so that you all aren't confused or anything like that. I still went with Mercy. If I get a few cruel points, it will be due to a diamond choice that has me get both. But my focus is on Mercy, because I'm not going through the exact same shit I went through in Heaven's Secret 1. My footsteps echoed under the arcs, trembling somewhere above before dissolving into black mold on the ceiling. Withered hands reached out from behind the bars on both sides, the hands of Sifa Malam's followers. Well, there was little skin left on them, their veins protrude like thread. Y'all, I just saw it in there. Are we seeing the hands? Oh my god. That's... oh. Their voices tore through the silence. Furious screams, hoarse curses, vile taunts. Voices, I'm sick. I can't have multiple ones. Sifa Malam will flay you, hung you up by your own guts. Behold the wrath of the god of darkness. Right. The god of darkness that we actually bitch slapped. Like, we be seeing this bitch in our dreams, in our hallucinations, and we still can't stop ourselves from bitch slapping him. Oh my goodness. And are we actually realizing we have now 3 heroines? But Sifa Malam will always have beef with us. Like with the MC from Heaven's Secret, because the MC from Estrella's Broken Heart, the one that is closest to MALBONTE right now, to Sifa Malam, literally trapped in this man's realm, he heard I don't know who that was, like the keeper of peace. Due to the fact that Sifa is like gone, the peace is destroyed, and now there is no light anymore, but only darkness. He said that he saw the MC from Heaven's Secret, and that was the first time where true hatred radiated from this man. He will always have beef with us. Like, he's mad at the entire universe, yet somehow we're always a thorn in this bitch's side. It's always so funny. Little doll, let me out and I'll show you what true gratitude looks like. Right. Stewardess? Pasta? It wasn't my fault. I just wanted to live. Please. You see, this is fucked up on so many levels, because from one side I understand people that say something like this, because in a world of darkness, what can you do in order to survive? You kind of have to adapt to it. Doesn't mean that you're fine with it, and neither is anyone in the Order of Resistance, but you see, that's the fucking point. We are in the Order of Resistance because we are not fine with what Sifa Malum says or does. And people like that, they think that if they stay close to Sifa Malum and are in this bitch's good graces, that they will be blessed. And they will only realize literally too late how wrong they are. Literally when they're locked up here. Oh my god. Now Shakespeare. Merrily thou art this fool, for him thou labours. Sorry. For him thou labours by thy flight to shun, and yet runs toward him still, thy death which is no more. Me. I didn't react. I kept walking without breaking stride as their stares stuck to my skin, dark, heavy, almost tangible. The farther I went, the more muffled the chorus became. Oh no! Like, imagine every single follower of Sifa Malum is like saying all of these phrases like in union. Oh fuck no. The screams faded into incoherent, irritating whimmers. So when I noticed an unexpected silence near one of the cells, I slowed down involuntarily. Huh? Naum? Naum, the traitor's brother, was sitting on the edge of his cot, head bowed and hands folded in prayer. He's kinda cute. I didn't know who he was praying for. Maybe for the one who'd kill him first? Oh, now I understand. We see the peacekeeper, the one that gave us part of his life, and therefore we have to be careful what we decide or we will disrupt peace ourselves. That's the brother. Okay, we captured the brother. Talk to him. Sifa's dead. No one will hear your prayers. Damn, bitch! Like, hope is the only thing that sometimes keeps you going, y'all. And this woman said, bitch, get out of your Delulu bubble, because we are not here to play. No one will come here to save you. Damn! Naum raised his head languidly, dropping his hands to his knees. Oh wow, this man, the scars, okay. It's not him I'm praying to. His smirk, wary yet arrogant, looked more like a spasm than defiance. I stepped closer, peering through the bars. His pupils were too dilated, like those of a person who'd been living in the dark for too long. You know, there's this question that keeps bothering me. Demons obey Sifa Malum as their god. Weaklings seek protection. Caw! Like, I'm sorry. If we're comparing the MC from Heaven's Secret 3 with the MC from Heaven's Secret 2, like when Plague showed up and she said, I have to be the bitch that actually fights Plague, use Malbonte's powers in front of her salad only so that she actually gives the powers back to him. having Malbonte literally give us the bombastic side eye because she can't keep her mouth shut to this. That's what I call a glow up. That's what I call a glow up. She finally matured. Maybe it's also being connected to Malbonte for so long. Or am I wrong? Like, it's supposed to be that reunion of the souls. Like, if we die, he dies. If he dies, we die. Sort of kind of deal. So, I'm not sure how deep that connection goes. If it's kind of like you adapting to the other person or to your soulmate, the one that you share that connection to. So we become a little more mature. And this man perhaps becomes a little more open-hearted. Who knows? But why would such strong angels like you and Michael choose to be loyal to him? At the sound of his brother's... Oh, I was wrong. It was the wrong... That's Michael's brother. My lover for the other MC. Naum grimaced slightly and got up from his cot. He approached the bars almost soundlessly, still carrying that lightness which must have once come to him naturally. He stopped close, his forehead nearly touching the metal. You're a demon, so why do you think like those blind shepherds who want to control everything, even thoughts? He seemed really upset. Truth be told, it was the best solution considering the fact that we're with with Malbonte. Not because Malbonte doesn't have any light, but because I feel like demons, especially in the story, are portrayed as being capable, like, to be true to who they are. They're extremely impulsive, kind of reckless, very connected to their emotions, in air quotes. Like, they have the tendency to allow their emotions to get the best of them, which then leads to impulsive decisions. So I felt that being a demon is more fit for us, aka for me. They drilled the same nonsense into your head as they did into my brother's. But where is he now? He finally realized that light isn't where angels are. It's where freedom is. Just be careful your freedom doesn't scorch your wings. That was a nice push slap, damn. She's like, be careful, you're still locked in that fucking cell. Now I'm straightened up as if he wanted to keep his dignity, but I noticed his fingers trembling. There was dirt under his nails, and the skin on his knuckles was rough, covered with small cracks. He had to go through a lot of torture before they lost interest in him. You can feel yourself getting weaker. I haven't gotten any food in several months. Wow! Are they actually letting all the followers of Sifa Malum starve here? Is it just because of the food, though? Why is she such a bitch? Why is she such a bitch? You do not try to get into someone else's head. A little bit of decency, at least. Like, being a bratty bitch with people close to you is one thing, but actually using that tactic in order to get into a fragile mind is, in my eyes, low. It's low because it's easy, you know? I'm using someone's vulnerable moment in order to get the necessary information out of them, and that's fucked up. I took a step forward and grabbed the bars to show him I wasn't afraid. Sifa Malum will accept your loyalty, but it won't be enough for him. He'll squeeze everything out of you and throw you away like trash. Your brother's as good as dead, and he brought the same fate upon you. I unclenched my fingers, pushed away from the bars, and started walking, but then Noam called after me. If you see Michael, tell him. He threw something through the bars and it clattered toward my feet. Okay, does that have specific meaning? Please tell me in the comments. I will, aka have to finish Estrella's Broken Heart, especially since the MC from Estrella's Broken Heart is in this one as well. And maybe I will finally realize some things that I've been missing, because if all of these stories are really intertwined, then I'm gonna have a fucking problem. Like, I finished Heaven's Secret too, and I finished Heaven's Secret Requiem. So with these two MCs, I'm fine. With the one from Estrella's Broken Heart, there is a season missing. So there are a lot of intels that I don't know. I don't think that I knew that Michael had a brother. I know that we didn't see him. Tell him I forgive him. What the... He made a wise decision. I'm sorry I didn't listen to him sooner. If he would have, maybe he wouldn't be here in chains. Why should I care? Be a little more soft-hearted, bitch. Oh, I'll force it out of you. Maybe you're right, and Michael and I will be soon dead. But I don't want to die while we're fighting. My heart. I turn around, but Nelm had already disappeared into the darkness of his prison. Like, it's the fact that she doesn't even feel anything anymore seeing someone like this. Like, girl. My path led into the very depths of the dungeons where the most dangerous criminals were kept. Huh? The guards crossed their spears at first, but slowly stepped away when they realized who was in front of them. They think arrogance sent me. Well, good for me. Open it. Open what? One of the guards opened all the locks. All the locks? How many locks are there? The doors rattled, creaked, and slid open. And Sin was... My... bitch! No, I'm sorry, what? It's been 4 years. They locked him up? When? And most importantly, why? Why? Not why did they lock him up? Because, hello, he allowed Sifamalam to gain power and escape non-existence. My why goes for, why the fuck would Malbonte actually allow himself to be locked up? Heaven's Secret 2 ended with us being with our man. When did we unite with all of our friends and our family? How? The ceiling of the Order's main prison disappeared into the darkness, and it seemed there was no end to it. The silence was deafening, only an echo carried endlessly away, though its source was unclear. Malbonte hung on thick chains, crucified in the air. His wings dropped. His skin was covered in abrasions, and the muscles beneath twitched in relentless spasms. Malbonte's gaze instantly pierced me like icy spikes, and I hesitated. Swallowing a lump in my throat, I forced my legs to move and stopped in front of him. Malbonte didn't utter a word. He just looked at me. Yeah, bitch, you let him there. You left him there. Fine-ass man. Fine. Fucking fine. He's like, bitch, you've been waiting for me, enjoying the view, enjoying the show? No, I'm sorry. Who allowed him to be so fine? He's not even a daddy anymore. He's a zaddy. Like, he grew the glow up. Like, I didn't even know that he could become hotter, and like he does. Back then in Heaven's Secret 1, he was a baddie. In Heaven's Secret 2, he became a daddy. And in Heaven's Secret 3, he became the zaddy. He's been here since the day we arrived on this island 4 years ago. He allowed himself to be locked up for 4 fucking years. Literally the time in non-existence being locked up in a prisoner of Sifa Malam literally taught him nothing. He literally allowed himself to be locked up with his own thoughts. He told us on multiple occasions that he can hear Sifa Malam in his fucking ear. He literally cannot escape that bitch. And an obsessive like Sifa Malam, you actually believe just because MALBONTE kept his end of the bargain and helped destroy the mother of life, which automatically resulted in him actually finally being capable to set foot on earth again, aka on heaven and hell, that he's gonna let off of MALBONTE. He's an obsessive. He will try to dig his claws deep into MALBONTE's brain, and they let him there. That's the worst thing that can happen to you. Especially the way that they portrayed it. They thought that Aragon had sent us. That means we're not allowed to see him. We're not allowed to see our husband. We're not allowed to go in there. And that also automatically gives in a room for a different perspective. They would have had no fucking problem killing MALBONTE. But because we are connected, because of that wedding that united our souls, if MALBONTE dies, we die too. So the best solution in order for us to remain alive and for him to kind of still get punished, literally being all alone down in the dark, prisoner of his own thoughts and his memories, they said we're locking him up in chains. The audacity. Like, she allowed that to happen for 4 fucking years. Her heart is cold. The way I would have started a fucking riot a week after. She allowed him to be locked up for 4 fucking years. Someone make that make sense to me. You allowed the love of your life, this fine ass bitch over here, that's staring at you intensely, like his every breath is only for you, to be locked up for 4 fucking years. What the fuck were you doing, bitch? Have you been using your hand all this time? Toys? Y'all, someone hold me. I thought that man was out on a mission or something. He was locked up in prison. He was in prison. Aragon declared him a traitor for helping Sifa Malam break free and put him in prison. Yep. Back then I begged, almost humiliatingly myself, pleading from MALBONTE's mercy. I clung to my lover's hands as if I could ever hope to hold him back. I am weak, not my lover's hand. But yes, bitch, that's exactly what you should have been doing. But when they locked him up, I never visited him. I couldn't bring myself to do it. Because you knew you would be breaking. Like, little bitch. She said, I'm just gonna continue my life as if this never existed. As if this invisible threat and this connection between the two of us is literally not there. She said, fake it till you make it. Fake a beautiful life until you actually believe it. Wow. Because I knew if I met his gaze, the one I hated and loved so much, I wouldn't be able to bear it. Everything that kept me going, rage, resentment, revenge, would melt away like wax, and there would be nothing left inside me but emptiness. Was it everything you wanted and more? I can't believe I'm here. I missed him so much. I'm here on business. Bitch. My voice wavered. The hint of both joy and embarrassment betrayed me. Fine! Fine! It's the way he's drawn, y'all. It's the case. Even if you came to kill me, I'm glad to see you. Don't look at me like this! His voice was hoarse after a long period of silence, but it was still painfully familiar. Goosebumps run down my spine as if he touched me, not with his hands, but with his voice. Perhaps I should. Why did I say that? Why do I want to hurt him so much? Because you're a bratty bitch. You needed 4 years in order to gain the strength to just tell him that he's a bitch for literally not telling you that this was what was gonna happen. That Sifa Malum was gonna be released because he never wanted to tell us what was gonna happen. She needed 4 years to mentally prepare to actually just bitch slap him. I understood why. I wanted him to suffer, to know what it felt like having nothing but a scorched hollow in your chest. And how do you think that is actually gonna work? You actually believe that it's gonna hurt him. He knows you. And again, the invisible thread is there. Period. Even he knows. Even he knows. Like, I'm not gonna look into his face like I'm gonna die. You don't want me dead. And he knows. How do you know? Oh, bitch, cry me a river. I don't. God. It reminds me of Heaven's Secret 2, Season 2, Episode 6. Or like, you know what? Ignoring that. It was, I don't think it was Episode 6, but I'm just gonna talk about the scene for people like that don't know which episode it was from. When we were having that conversation with Malbonte, where he was like, I need to talk to Sifa Malum. Maybe he knows a way to destroy the mother of life that doesn't result in every single half-breed that helped open the seal to die. And him then saying, if these bitches actually kill you and the rest of the half-breeds, and I figure that out, that you are dead because of them, I'm gonna help the mother of life to kill off the rest. It's giving that energy. He clenched his fist, pulling himself up on the chains. The muscles on his stomach tensed, and I cursed myself for the way it made my heart beat faster. Have you looked at that fucking bitch? Like, I would be praying for the Lord to give me strength. This is not the good time for foreplay. But do you really think I wouldn't feel my wife's energy? Y'all, I can't get it together. Not my voice. We just won, y'all. This is the dream. But do you really think I wouldn't feel my wife's energy even through the gate? He knew. Of course he knew. His gaze softened. You came here often. You stood behind those doors, thinking about me. He can read our mind too. He can see visions. That jerk. Nah, girl, you're just a bitch. Nimona. Nope, I'm not gonna look at you because I'm gonna... Y'all, I don't know how long I've been here. 5 minutes? 7 minutes? I can't move on. Simona, look at me. I looked up obediently because he asked, or because I myself wanted to. I found myself longing to kiss each of his scars, to touch them with my lips. Did they actually torture him, or did they just literally leave him here to rot? I wanted to use them to muffle everything Malbonte felt, and everything I felt for him. But hadn't he left just as many scars in my heart? Not the melodramatics. Bitch, this man has been through worse. Sifa Malum hurt him worse. Like, the world cannot suffer more than he suffered. Like, literally, Sifa Malum. I know it sounds weird the way I'm saying it, but Sifa Malum literally focused solely on Malbonte because he's the only one that was trapped in non-existence. There was no one else in non-existence that Sifa Malum could literally get his hands on. So all the frustrations he felt, all the rage, All the moments he felt humiliated or his impulsive nature got the best of him, the one that had to suffer the consequences of that bitch was Malbonte. There was no one in non-existence but him. He was always the punching bag for this man's bad attitude. Now that Sifa Malum is outside, he doesn't have the strength to literally hurt someone constantly on a daily basis, physically and emotionally, every single second of the day like he did with Malbonte. Malbonte had it the worst. Sifa Malum right now trying to cause a plague, trying to literally hurt every single human being, every single immortal. But he's not really focusing on just one fucking person. No one can hurt Malbonte emotionally and physically more than Sifa Malum did in non-existence. And it's the fact that they don't understand that. Would he be able to heal them with kisses? And would he want to? Don't blame yourself for hating me or loving me. This is like the fucking problem with their relationship. Like, it's a I hate you, yet I love you at the same time kind of relationship between these two. They love each other so much because they understand each other and they understand each other's pain, their trauma, and they hate each other for knowing that there are a lot of things that both of them do not agree on, that they can't help themselves, but always believe in the facade, like in the view that they know who the other person can be, who they can become, what they're truly capable of. And I know it's kind of like a visual, falling in love with someone's, with what someone could potentially become. But we know that Malbonte can be like this, you know? That's the problem in their relationship. She knows that Malbonte has that soft side, and she knows that she's the only one that gets to see that softness in him. And that's what makes her addicted to him. And then realizing who he truly is, like, it's not like his bad attitude or bitch-ass attitude, the way I like to call it, just disappears out of nowhere. It's just that in our eyes, considering that we know what he's capable of, and he's choosing not to do it to us specifically, and he chooses to be soft with us, that's what pulls us in. And that's why it's a hate and love relationship. We will always be connected. You don't say. You killed me just in order for you to regain your body. He's trying to calm me down. He's talking so much, even though it hurts him. The chains dig into his body like thorns. Malbonte loves you. I love my bitch too. I love my husband too. Why did you come? Because you're fine as fuck. The fact that she survived 4 fucking years without that fine-ass man by her side, literally just whispering cute words into her ear, calming her down, like feeling his skin, just breathing in his aroma, is a mystery to me. I cleared my throat, swallowing the tension. You're doing well for a prisoner hanging on chains. Those shackles are supposed to suppress your strength, aren't they? Yes. There are shackles that can suppress that bitch's strength? He looked at me from under his brows, threatening and yet somehow encouraging. He's waiting. He wants to understand where I'm going with this. Are you planning on hanging there much longer? That's him like shit, she knows. What a stubborn man. He's already figured out I know everything, so why act this way now? Because you're the one that has to do the fucking first step. You knew that he was hanging in here for 4 fucking years. Literally just waiting for you to come in there and tell him that you want him. Because in his eyes, I feel like now analyzing from his point of view, he did apologize and everything, but in his eyes, he knows that what he did was wrong, but he would have died due to that pressure that Sifa Malum was doing, literally always calling out to him. The voice was driving him crazy. It was driving him up the wall, and he wouldn't have been capable to withstand the pressure that Sifa Malum was literally performing on his brain for long. So freeing him was the only way that Sifa Malin would be capable to focus onto something else but him. And in the finale of Heaven's Secret 2, he already said, I know that you could hate me, or it was him kind of showing that he would understand if we hate him because of what he did, because now the entire world is in danger. So in his eyes, him staying away is kind of giving our character the opportunity like to calm down, to like wrap her head around the fact what happened, where she is, like where the world is going to. And that's why he was fine maybe to be locked up. He's like, I'm giving my wife the opportunity to calm down, to see things for herself, and I'll be hanging here. We're already connected, we're married. But if my woman don't want to see me anymore and I'm free of Sifa Malam's influence right now, he's no longer in my head, or more like he's no longer doing my head in too much, I'm fine. I will just be waiting here, an eternity if necessary, until she comes back to me. He was just waiting for her to waltz in here and give him the benefit of the doubt. I feel a surge of power, like all demons do. You have a demonic part too. An angelic one as well, which she loves to suppress, by the way. The angelic one is hard to notice. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Where is your angelic side right now? Okay, I don't have time for this. Stop pretending. I know you can break those chains. ... Do it. We need your help. Aragon is a fool for not using you for the good of the order. You owe us? He owes us what exactly? And you actually... Not her saying you owe Aragon, y'all. Not her saying he owes Mammon. If she would have said you owe me, considering the fact that he proposed, we went through that fucking... I don't know what that was, some kind of a fucking ritual that binds our souls together to the point that we cannot be separated. Like, if one dies, the other person immediately dies with it. That's how powerful their connection is. And he can feel our energy, even though he was the one that said, I barely feel anything from you. Now he's capable to actually feel our energy. He can read our mind. He can talk to us through that psychic connection. Like, it's as close as it gets. If she would have said you owe me, I would have understood. But you owe us? You served your time. At this point, we need your help. I need it. Exactly, that's what he wants to hear. I need you. I need your help. Hasn't he shown on multiple occasions that he could give two more damns about the others? The only reason he wanted to protect Vincesto and our mom, aka Rebecca, is because he knows that we care about them. All these years holed up here, he didn't try to escape, even though he could. He wanted to serve his sentence and prove that he's on our side. He knew that sooner or later someone would come to ask him for help. It's the ... for me. Well, here I am, MALBONTE. Proof that I wasn't mistaken. Break free, bitch. He looked at me for a few moments as if feeling out my resolve. Then he clenched his fist. His muscles surged with strength and he pulled hard. It's the fact that he has been staying in these fucking chains. A piercing metallic screech rang out. One of the chains snapped, its links scattering in all directions. He yanked the second one and freed himself. Fine ass man. His wings spread with a dry crack. He opened them fully, soared up and still hovering in the air in front of me. His energy burst out, shaking the air and knocking the breath from my lungs. I barely managed to stay on my feet.
Take me to Aragon.
He said, take me to Aragon immediately. He knows. While we were waiting for the seraph, the oval room was plunged into tense silence. Malbonte was sitting in the chair, his lacerated hand settled on the armrests. He looked almost defiantly relaxed while I anticipated the outcome of the meeting with a pounding heart. Suddenly the door swung open and an enraged Aragon burst into the room. I'm sorry, since when do we have to actually explain ourselves to Aragon? A bond of blinding energy shot from his palm, aimed straight at Malbonte. Oh, bitch. Cry me a river. Parry Aragon's attack. You don't touch my man. That's no way to start a conversation. I darted forward and held out my palm, mentally creating a protective sphere around Malbonte, and Aragon's energy smashed into my barrier and ricocheted into the wall above the seraph's head. Bye, bitch. Chunks of plaster fell down from the ceiling right onto the immortal. Oop. Well, that's what happens. Stop it. Dot, dot, dot. Malbonte didn't move a muscle. He didn't even blink, watching Aragon, his eyes cold and impenetrable. I feel like he will always feel guilty for what happened with Aragon's little sister, so he prefers to literally just separate himself from Aragon. Like, if he can, he would just avoid him for all eternity.
Are you defending a traitor?
He is my man. He my husband. A period, bitch. He's my husband. You protecting a traitor? He's my man. If I don't protect my husband, the love of my life, my soulmate, someone that I'm connected to, until death do us apart is not even a question anymore, then I don't know who I should actually protect. He's my husband. The grin. Because it's true. He is our husband. His lips twitched in an almost imperceptible smirk. I hurriedly looked away. Bitch, she said what she said. My heart betrayed me and started racing again.
Can we talk now? I've heard enough of your speeches.
His gaze started to me cold and expectant. Ugh.
Did you free him?
Yes. No, he could have left a long time ago, but stayed of his own will.
Why now? Don't you need my help?
A period! What did I say? That bitch literally would never ever let this man go. Malum literally needs to be killed. I don't care how we do it, but he literally needs to be dissolved into a billion pieces, please.
Malum is looking for me. He wants to take me. I can feel him trying to find my energy. Will I succeed? No, I've learned to hide from him.
He's like, bitch, you tried. Aragon walked around us and sat down at the table in silence. They locked eyes with each other.
How do we know this isn't a part of your own selfish plan?
You don't?
You don't.
An excellent negotiator, that one. I mean, what exactly is he supposed to do? They can't do shit to him. If they truly want us to stay alive, they will have to play nice with Malbonte.
I want to kill Malum. That's why I helped him break free. ... Use me as cannon fodder, if that's what you want. I'm willing to die if it means ending Malum once and for all.
That, as long as it means getting rid of Malum. As long as it means that these fucking voices in his head will stop. But sir, remember, if you die, I die. Aragon leaned back in his chair, closing his eyes, meditating again to calm down and make the right decision. Once again, the doors opened. Lucifer flew into the office, and his hands immediately closed around Malbonte's neck. These bitches really do not learn. In the second book of Heaven's Secret, Addie tried it with Malbonte. They do not learn. He's a fucking half-breed. Ooh, Lucifer! That outfit!
You brat.
And he grinning. Malbonte literally just living his fucking life. I'm sick.
Leave him alone.
And he made his fucking decision, Malbonte the MVP.
Well, after I kill him,
Lucifer, he's my husband.
I said leave him.
Lucifer reluctantly released his grip and stepped back, the wings on his back spread threateningly.
What have you done, Simona?
Again, he my husband. Did they actually expect me to leave him rotting there? You don't have to believe him, but believe his hatred. We need his powers.
You look tired,
Lucifer. The beef between Malbonte and Lucifer, like, we saw a bit of it in Heaven's Secret too in the beginning. I did play with Lucifer and Malbonte in the first book of Heaven's Secret, and he always had a fucking problem with Lucifer, and it literally transcended, y'all. He cannot stand this man. He always feels the need to bitch slap him.
Shut your mouth, take a look at yourself.
He looks bad. I was about to say something really offensive, but I'm gonna say it anyway because this is a Malbonte Stan account. He still looks better than you. Literally, he has been locked up for 4 fucking years, and you have been outside for 4 fucking years, yet he still looks better than you. Not a single hair out of place. Lucifer sank into the chair opposite, keeping his eyes on Malbonte. Anger gave way to tense silence. He was like a coiled spring ready to snap. The power of Satan was raging in him while Malbonte was exhausted despite his newfound energy.
If he wants to die, we'll give him that chance. Damn it, Aragon. Let's test Reveli's creation on him.
I'm sorry, what now? The crazy scientist? Aragon rang the bell and gave the order to bring the scientist. I'm sorry, is everyone fucking forgetting that we can die if Malbonte dies? Or are they just taking us there? Are they just counting us in the consideration as collateral damage? Lucifer silently watched Rivela's nervous preparations, rubbing his upper lip with his finger deep in thought. I sat down on the armrest of his chair. I know you think this is a mistake. I love this. So we grew even closer with the crowd. I love it.
It's nothing but trouble.
People have a saying, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Lucifer smiled bitterly.
No wonder humans are Silvermalm's children. Even that wisdom reeks of his poison.
That was a good one. Oh, that was a good one.
How much longer?
Revelius flinched, nearly dropping the tome that had once belonged to Fidera, the former caster.
When it comes to things like this, what matters is meticulousness. What are you going to do with me?
Aragon smiled, almost cheerfully, mockingly. Oh no.
I think I might even enjoy it.
Then I'm not gonna enjoy it. Sir. It's the fact he calls him sir.
Malbonte, sir, your hand, if I may.
Not a single muscle on his face twitched when Revelius cut his wrist. Excuse you. Large vicious drops of scarlet blood dripped onto the floor. Revelius unrolled an ancient parchment covered in symbols and seals. Oh, hell nah. A pact with the devil?
What's this?
A blood pact. They are dramatic as fuck. Now they say blood pact. There. You have to sign in blood. If something goes wrong, you will be fucked.
A blood pact. If you betray your secrets, you die.
Malbonte's voice remained flat. I see.
And if I'm captured?
Then you better not get captured, I guess. Or else you'll die. They do not fuck around. Okay, you know what? That's kind of funny. I have to give him that one. Y'all, the drama. And it's the fact that it seems that Malbonte is willing to do things just in order to prove to us specifically that he's on our side. He could give 2 more damns about the others.
Then you better not get caught. ...
Malbonte ran his hand over the symbols of the parchment, leaving a trail of blood. You said you were willing to die for the cause, right? The blood was absorbed instantly and new fresh symbols flared along the edges. The pact was sealed. He wrote his name with his thumb with his wrist.
Regales escort Malbonte to his chambers.
Now all of a sudden he has a chamber.
Let him rest. He needs to recover.
Malbonte stood up, clutching his bloodied hand, and headed for the exit. Before leaving, he looked at me. That's my bitch. That's my man.
I won't let you down.
His voice invaded my mind without warning, as always. I shuddered. I'd almost forgotten what it felt like. Once he was gone, it was as if Aragon flipped the switch. His focus shifted instantly.
Everything is ready for Christmas. The celebration will take place under the dome on the island of Artis.
We're celebrating Christmas while Sifamalam is out there trying to kill everyone?
I can't believe I did it. It's a protected place. Sifamalam mustn't interfere with the immortal celebration.
I still think it's risky.
I need a break from all the nightmares. We no longer pray, but faith in the light is what keeps us going. The celebration will bring them together and remind them what they're fighting for.
Lucifer rose.
That's not my concern. The scouts will return soon. Wait, there's something else.
Aragon handed Lucifer a letter.
What's this?
An offer. Michael wants to exchange hostages. Excuse you, what?
Where did you get this?
He gave the letter to me. Such neat handwriting. I pictured the angel at a desk, bent over his papers like a student who had sacrificed his childhood on the altar of education. Ah, Rebecca. What in the holy?
Rebecca received the message. One of the wing rangers delivered it. He was a prisoner, but they released him. Did you kill him?
Who?
The wing ranger. Of course.
They out here only killing. Respond in horror. Okay. No, at this point, what the fuck? But why? He was one of ours.
We interrogated him and saw his memories. Many were damaged or missing. We couldn't know what Sifamalam had done to him or put in him. What if the wing ranger switched over to his side? We couldn't take any chances.
But you didn't do that to Mimi.
Mimi has proven her loyalty, but even so, we can't trust her like we used to.
She was also captured! Oh, true. In the finale of Heaven's Secret 2, she was in the dungeon of hell.
This is war, Simona.
But how will this affect the world? Anxiety overwhelmed me, and the force of balance surged through my veins, as if warning me of exchange. It won't be for long. We'll find and kill the Keeper of Sins. Tarnel will take my powers to become the Angel of Balance once more, and I'll be free. Relieved, I nodded at my line of thought, then tuned back into the Immortal's conversation.
And what do you think, Aragon?
Lucifer's voice sounded cautious, strained with tension.
I think it's a trap.
Lucifer slammed his fist on the table.
They have Buzzleby.
Oh, not Beelzebub. I kind of felt soft for Beelzebub. We have to help him.
I need my commander-in-chief. I've been with them too long. Let it be an eternity for all I care.
Me, Lucifer!
Beelzebub can endure any torture. He'd die before betraying us. He's like family to me, Aragon.
Oh, the heart. Like, have we seen how destroyed Lucifer looked? The seraph sighed and shook his head.
That was hardly an argument, Lucifer.
It doesn't have to be one. Sometimes you have to make a stance. Michael wants his brother back. I do think he's ready for an exchange. Aragon stayed silent for a moment, then gave a restrained nod.
Alright, it's worth a try.
Lucifer closed his eyes and slowly sank into his chair. He wants his brother back. Did we actually give him the ring? I was standing on the very edge of the mountain, looking at the wrecked islands. According to legend, before leaving for Paradise Forever, Sifa came here for the last time. After that, he never directly interfered in the lives of his children. It happened after his war with Sifamalam. He turned to his children, proclaiming the good news. Evil had been vanquished, and from now on peace and harmony would reign. For his speech, Sifa chose the highest point of heaven so that he could be heard and seen in every corner of the immortal world. The wind whipped through my hair, tossing it into my eyes. Did you know that Vox Sifa means voice of Sifa? I turned around. Hunger was smoking a cigarette with a bored expression, waiting for me to leave him alone. Hunger. Ooh, alright. Okay. He dropped that black robe.
Very unexpected.
His voice was devoid of interest. Yep. I serenely pointed to the stone indentations where the horsemen had settled. They say these are his footprints. This is the spot he spoke to the immortals from. Goodness has many faces. See if I could take on any shape from a midge to a giant. Fascinating, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
He's very interested, we see. Hunger brushed the ash from his clothes through his head back and stared silently at the sky. I love Hunger. Hunger is a mood. Could you at least pretend you're interested in our training sessions? We're teaching Hunger?
I thought we moved on to a history lesson.
I love Hunger. Hunger is too much. You're not even sweating and you've already taken a smoke break.
I've nothing more to teach you.
Oh, he was teaching us? This isn't enough.
Well, we'll be more than happy to shake the last bit of strength out of you after he's done with his warm-up.
We're getting trained by the horsemen. Lord have mercy on my soul. I wish I didn't have to fly so far every time.
Don't start again. I'm not leaving this place.
He actually chose to stay in one fucking place all alone. I thought our world had brought at least something to your life. Yeah, the cigarette. Without the sword, Hunger had grown weaker. He no longer drained strength from others. Now he knew how to control it. I mean, the reason he wasn't capable to control his power was because it was too much. And since they kind of lost their horsemen's swords after they pierced the Mother of Life with it, they grew so weak, I would assume, in their eyes, weaker, to the point where they were capable to control their powers. But shouldn't he then use this opportunity in order to connect with other people? The reason he wanted to be with us specifically was because he knew that he wouldn't drain us. Now he really doesn't drain anyone. Now you have a choice. Freedom. The whole world is right in front of you and you still chose to hide here. That
is our life in your world. But it seems I was mistaken. You're also eager to die.
He is too much, y'all. He really is. He shook the pack to straighten the last few cigarettes and closed it with a sigh. Now, truth be told, I actually have to ask a question here. So, Heaven's Secret 3 does not allow you to play around, does it? If you have someone in Heaven's Secret 2, for an example, you chose to be with MALBONTE, you can only have romantic choices with MALBONTE and everyone else is like a friend or family. And the exact same thing goes for Heaven's Secret Requiem and Estrella's Broken Heart. If you have Cain, then you can't mess around with Cain's brother or with Greg or with Dimitri. Or in Estrella's Broken Heart, you have Michael and you then decide to flirt with David or with Raphael. You can't do that no more. Oh, well. He shook the pack to straighten the last few cigarettes and closed it with a sigh.
Seems like this was what the Mother of Life created me for. To be eternally bored and indifferent to everything. And she created the world just so that it could destroy itself one day. So let me be. I don't care when you'll die.
Wow, thank you.
I like the view from here. I'm not leaving.
Talking to him is useless. Fine, but is anyone on this island actually going to give me a proper workout? I didn't fly all the way here for nothing, did I? More! gave me a heart attack. He looks fine AF. He kind of looks like the Messiah.
As ordered. And his long hair. No, y'all, I'm dying. Look at him.
I felt a faint jolt as if gust of wind was trying to throw us off the cliff. Hunger, his gaze fixed on my face, had his hand extended to the side, having calmly absorbed the force of War's blow.
Hey, I came to fight her, not you.
Hunger said, I'm helping her. No, y'all, I love the relationship we have with these two.
You need to work on your reflexes.
I'm sick! And here you were saying that there was nothing you could teach me. I shifted my gaze to the horseman of war. He broke into a wide brazen smile and thumped his chest with his fist.
Well, are you ready?
Always. We rushed toward each other. I could feel the excitement spreading through my body, the anticipation of a good, honest fight. We said we need to blow up some steam. Christmas came as it should despite everything. The world beyond the dome was ablaze, the sky trembled with smoke, and the wind slipping through the cracks carried ash. But the immortals still gathered in the gallery of color, exhausted, clinging to a final hope of finding a reason to keep on living. I was standing in the shadows. Oh my god, that's Kira! She literally looks like the statue that we saw in Heaven's Secret 1, when no one knew what a half-breed actually looks like. Because of the wings, but fine. Oh, she looks cute. When are we going to get the gifts? Or you know what? I feel like she gives off the honest vibe, considering the fact what happened with her in Plague. She gives me Anna vibes.
When are we going to get the gifts?
Not in becoming a pastor.
That's what I'm wondering. That's why I came.
Damn. Period, Sammy. Shut your man up.
Be quiet.
Mimi clicked her tongue but said nothing. Nobody was allowed to speak loudly here.
What the?
She looks so beautiful. Just try and curse.
I didn't say anything.
Kira! After the battle with the Mother of Life, Kira chose only those places in heaven where her body could grow and mature. She actually wants to grow up. Her soul had hardened. Yep. What did I say? She was giving me those vibes. The prison of a child's body would have been unbearable for her. We escaped from the island to take a look at the celebration and have some fun. It's actually really interesting to know that there are places in heaven that actually have an immortal grow older. It kind of defeats the purpose of living forever, doesn't it? The glass dome overhead reflected the flickering light of the lamps. The gallery once built in the finds of Zifamalum now seemed like a fragment of arrogance. What happened to T2 though? Or was it Tutu? The other child, half-breed. Many bowed their heads in prayer and their whispers echoed throughout the dome. The light shines in the darkness and the darkness has not overcome it. The choir of angels sang gently, purely as the children moved in around dance. The kids are trying so hard. Kira stubbornly pulled the demon's sleeve.
You liar, luring me to listen to this boring char. Was it a lie? Are there no gifts?
You won't be so naive next time. Papa Mercy, I understand what Aragon was saying before. We aren't giving up. We're still fighting because our faith hasn't faded. There's light inside of us, and it will be there for as long as we have something to live for. Our prayers aren't for the gods, but for ourselves. And yet back then 4 years ago, when after the Mother of Life came Zifamalum, I realized we were in an endless struggle for an ephemeral illusion. We lived in battle and we die in battle. That realization changed me. It seemed like the old me perished along with the foremother's body. It did! She grew in strength, and not only her outside body, her figuring out that she can absorb powers and therefore also kind of draw these powers. And she's no longer just a empty vessel. She's now finally her own person. She gained confidence. She's slaying now. What should I do? Join the chorus? Join in the round dance? You know what? Join in the round dance. Why not? I slowly approached the children. One of them with ashen hair and weary eyes held out his hand to me.
What are you doing?
If we came here to pretend we believe in miracles, then let's do it properly. I took the boy's hand, joining the dance. Eddie came in after me, pulling the others along with him with a laugh. Oh, you're welcome. I looked up, hearing a sudden faint crackle overhead. At the very center of the dome, a thin crack spread across the glass. At first, it seemed like a trick of the light, but no, it was growing, slicing through the ceiling. Oh, no. Oh, my God. And then an explosion. Amid screams and screeches, shards rained down on our heads. Oh, no. Unlike other teenagers and children, Kira didn't make a sound. Instead, she leaned forward, ready to intervene. Exactly, she's a queen! The jagged, uneven edges of the opening above looked like the gaping maw of a beast.
What is this?
Me, Eddie. Sammy. Bodies began to descend into the hall. First one, then a second, and the third. What? Bodies?
I did not see that one coming.
I thought they meant like soldiers coming down, not actual bodies. And is this the one that we thought he wasn't gonna kill? The Keeper of Peace? A line of figures on golden chains stretched out in the air right beneath the dome over the heads of the praying. They swayed slowly in unison as if dancing to the still echoing chorus of screams. Deep, precise cuts bled on their bodies. There is no place for light anymore. I didn't move. My gaze was fixed on one of them. Tarnell! So I wasn't blind. The golden chains quivered slightly in the draft and the body swayed like grotesque ornaments. That's why he gave us the power. That bitch knew that he wasn't gonna make it, and considering the fact he was dying, Sifa Malam knew that he was winning, as in Darkness was living. So, it's kind of like if he destroys the Keeper of Peace, it's kind of like him thinking that he would be capable to destroy peace. And Tarnell gave us a bit of his power. And we are kind of like his secret weapon. We were supposed to be the secret weapon that Sifa Malam doesn't know about. He gave us a bit of his power so that we could kind of continue his legacy. Because Sifa Malam knows that Tarnell was the Keeper of Peace. But he didn't know that some of Tarnell's powers live inside of us. So that means that, in air quotes, the Keeper of Peace isn't dead. Because a part of him lives in us, due to the fact that we have part of his power. And again, it's the MC of Heaven's secret that will have a drama with Sifa Malam. It's like he didn't hate us enough. We needed to add more sauce. But oh my god, this episode, no y'all, my man is free. And I'm so excited what the next episode is all about. I hope you enjoyed this video with me. Tell me in the comments below what you think was best, and I will see you in another video. Bye.